things that work in 2020, what we're doing, how we're trying to mitigate the ups and downs, again, with Facebook, shutting down accounts the way they do. There's similar problems with Google at times.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you ride through it?
Welcome everybody to Seven Figure Entrepreneur. And today we are going to talk to you about online marketing, affiliate marketing in 2020.
That's right.
Yes. Yes. Maybe some lead gen. We're going to drop it all in here. Actually, it's mostly going to be lead gen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be lead gen.
It's all lead gen.
We thought this video would be cool. The reason is because, we've been in this industry, I think 12 years of each, something like that.
Yeah, let's call it 12.
More.
It sounds better when we say collectively 24.
Yeah, that's true. It does. But we've seen the ups and downs. And so what we've always tried to do is make things steady, because there's so many outside factors that affect your affiliate marketing business.
Yeah.
That you want to do as much as you can to control and study that out. Because again, things change. So the big thing we've been focusing on this year, and just to give you some background, if you don't know, I've done a lot of email. I have a team right now of, I think we have 8 people that send email. A couple of media buyers that do that, and then with Gabe, we got Brendan, up and coming Facebook buyer, and then Gabe,
team of 2. You know what? Yeah. He's making moves. I'll give him props.
I give him credit, man. Yeah,
he needs a kick in the ass every once in a while, but I'm no.
He's got that fighting spirit.
Yes, and I like yelling, so it works.
And then kidding. Gabe's the monster. If there was anything that I come across that I know can do big scale, those are the campaigns Gabe runs, because those are campaigns he can spend 70, 80 grand a day. Yeah. So bottom line though, things that work in 2020, what we're doing, how we're trying to mitigate the ups and downs, again, with Facebook, shutting down accounts the way they do. There's similar problems with Google at times.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you ride through it? So the big thing that we've been trying to do is start building our own database, and multiplying that database out. And I'll tell you what I kind of mean by that. Essentially, before we used to, especially with lead gen, anyone who does lead gen now knows that what you do is you advertise for someone else, you send the lead to them, and then you're done. You get your payment. The downside of that is there's actually a couple of things. One, you just get paid once.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do is actually collect that data, meaning that after that lead's sold to them, what we'll do is we'll advertise through email or maybe through push or however else we're doing it. Mm-hmm. Other things that relate to what they just signed up for, but doesn't compete. And we might even, we might just send them content and information for the first 15 to 30 days. That way the main lead buyer has had the opportunity to try to monetize that lead as much as possible. But you need to pull more out of the lead in 2020 is what we're saying in 2021. Mm-hmm. So again, instead of just generating the lead and then walking away, you need to capture that data, so you can, promote other stuff. The other thing, and I didn't realize this until I built an offer myself, is when you're running lead gen for someone else, and I wouldn't say this is true all the time, but there's a lot of leads that you get paid little to nothing on, or literally nothing on, meaning you generate this lead, you sell it, or attempt to sell it. And because it's not a qualified lead, meaning it's no use to the advertiser, they can't use it. Basically, you don't get paid for it. However, in traditional model where you're just sending leads, you would never even know that existed, but that lead came through.
You're still getting that $10 to $50 fire, and getting that
and
sale.
But in this model where the lead doesn't fire because they can't buy it, even though they don't qualify for this product, they could qualify for other things. So what this does is opens up the opportunity for you to promote other things to this lead. One, that's going to give you a competitive over your competition, or advantage over your competition, because one, they don't know about this, and two, they're not monetizing their dead leads. So that's been the big push for us. One of the big pushes for us has really been looking for more ways to monetize the campaigns that we have than just what traditionally we've done, and then what our competition does.
Mm-hmm. The other side of things, I feel, with Facebook, it's a lot safer, because generally when you own the offer, you own the domain. Or if you're running these deals with people, they usually have to build you a one-off domain that nobody else is on. And what I'm noticing is if you run at a bigger affiliate network, that domain's usually beat to shit, the redirect domain. And also Facebook doesn't love redirects, secondly. Um, but I find, like I said, if you own it, it's 10 times safer. Your accounts are going to stay up longer. And same with if you have a one-off sort of link with an affiliate marketing company or with the offer owner, it's going to be a lot safer. And the communication from, if you are direct with a offer on someone, the communication with you and that client, this is not if you own the offer, obviously, but they can actually, you can work through it. I've been kicked off so many offers in the past just because, like, hey, your quality shit, like the contact rate's low, people aren't picking up their phones. And I'm like, hey, like, I want to work with you through this, but they just don't care. They're like, no, you're a loss now, so like, axe you out of here. They don't give a shit. And that's frustrating because I'm not by any means a shitty marketer. I want to work and continue to make money with this person. So having that direct contact it opens up the door to work through it, figure out, hey, what can we do to make this better for both of us? And if the lead ends up being worth more to that customer or that the offer owner, you can often get payout bumps and everyone's happier. And then I can pay more for a lead, scale more, spend more. Everyone's all happy in the party.
Dude, that's a great example. Getting dispositions from the offers you do run now is so huge. And what a disposition, and any like good company is going to give you a disposition report. And what it tells you is how come certain leads were not valuable.
Yeah.
Because there's so much you can do. Once you know that information, there's so many things you can do on the front end. Just as simple, even just changing your targeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like we found one offer wanted, they didn't want 50 up, they wanted 55 up. And there's so many, below 55 people coming through that the quality was being killed. Well, as soon as we knew that was a problem, all you do is change your targeting.
Yeah.
So there's so many little things that can give you an advantage over other people, but like you got to understand how come the offer's not converting.
What I didn't realize either,
the quality's not there.
Yeah. What I didn't realize either is that contact rate means different things to different people. I thought contact rate was just people picking up their phone and that was that. But what was it the other day on this offer that we were fucking with?
Yeah, basically, so contact rate is generally, say 100 leads come in and they get 70 on the phone. That means your contact rate is 70 out of 100 or 70%. And they hit us back and they said, hey, your contact rate's 6%. And I'm like, that's impossible. I know on average it should be at least 65, which is 10, 11 times what you just quoted. But what they were doing was they were saying their contact rate was not based on, basically they would say we sent 100 leads, but only 20 were qualified leads. They would look at how many people picked up the phone out of the qualified. So say only 4 qualified picked up the phone. I'm kind of explaining this
No, I get it though.
But I want.
And I'm relearning it because I totally forgot.
Well, say 20 out of 100 people picked up the phone, which would be bad, but just for example's sake, that'd give you a 20% contact rate, but only 4 were qualified leads that picked up the phone.
Gotcha.
So instead of a 20% contact rate, they were telling them a 4% contact rate. Well, they're telling us 6. So, similar example, that wasn't the true contact rate, but overall, that's a great point that you bring up. You got to understand, when they tell you a contact rate, regardless of what you think it should be, you got to ask them their definition because they're basing their metrics off their definition, not your definition.
Yeah, that's messed. But the good news is we now understand that. So when we get the reports back and be like, oh, your contact rate's only 4%, we don't be like, well, we might as well just give up on this.
Totally. Yeah. There's no way Facebook traffic's going to give you that low of a contact rate. Your call center would have to be pretty terrible for that to happen.
Yeah. The other thing that's kind of cool, and man, I hate that I'm going to say this because I have like despised it for so long, is rev share offers. Because I hate them, but they're good because they force you to be a better marketer and ask better questions and target better. Because how good your targeting is and how good your ads are is reflected in that payout.
Totally.
So basically, if you don't know what a rev share offer is, instead of just getting a flat fee payout of, let's say, like $20, they're going to give you, most networks will give you 90% of what that lead is worth. Most of them do 90%, right?
of what they sell the lead for. So say a
Yeah.
mortgage company might sell a lead for $100, they'll give you $90.
Yeah. And they're usually live bidding, right? Like a majority, it's called a ping tree. I just learned about this week. And honestly, guys, like that's the best part about it. I don't want to like learn this shit. Well, I didn't want to learn this shit. I just like, I'll focus on Facebook. I'll get you the leads for this cost. Just give me a cost that I got to be under. And that's what I'm good at. But now we're definitely going down the path. Tyler's now an offer owner himself. So I have to like learn all this shit and figure it out because yeah, just giving away your data is no fun. Like Tyler was discussing
Totally.
earlier.
And just an example we saw today, like there's some leads that sold for $3 and then there's one lead that sold for 43.
Yeah.
And Gabe and I are both like, how do we sell more of the $43?
Yeah.
Well, if you ask them, they'll actually fucking tell you. They'll say, hey, we want people who live in Ohio, not people that live in California or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you can give them exactly what they want, the amount of money you can make, again, it's just a targeting thing. So working intimately with your offer owners or whoever you work with is just going to give you that more of a leg up in 2020 and 2021.
Yes. Agreed. How long have we been doing this for?
I don't know.
Feels like a minute. What else is going on in 2020?
Yeah, I was going to say overall, you just need to pull more value of what you're doing now. If you're doing just straight lead generation now, find a way to capture the data or find a way to work with the advertiser directly. So what you're doing is more value than just straight setting up an offer, writing some ads, and then hanging by the beach. You can still hang by the beach, that's cool, but get your shit straight first.
I think it comes down to asking more questions too, and just figuring out the true meaning of what's working and what's not. Because a lot of the times, like in the past, me, for example, I would just be like, oh, it's not working. I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'll move on to the next. And that was that. But a lot of the time people do want to work with you and make shit work for both parties because that's what we're all here for, making money.
Totally. And at the end of the day, the reason they need you is because they can't run the traffic themselves, or maybe they do run some traffic themselves, but they'll never be as good as you generally.
Yeah, agreed.
Because to hire someone with this skill set, it's like, it's pretty tough.
At the same time, like if you had this skill set, why would you want to be hired?
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty tough because who would want to do it?
Yeah.
Like generally it doesn't make sense.
Not I.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you have anything else on that? You good?
No, I think those are the two biggest points. Pull more value of what you're doing now by collecting data and learn to remonetize it. And then two, just get in bed with those offer owners. They'll tell you what you want. Figure out how to pull as much value as possible out of each and every lead.
And a lot of the time, you're not going to get into bed with them right away. You're going to have to like work it a little bit and build that relationship, prove that your traffic's valuable, and then go from there. But
start from the bottom, then you're here.
Yeah. Hope you like our video on affiliate marketing in 2020. Well, actually, it should be called lead gen in 2020.
It should be. Which is most of affiliate marketing.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing right now anyway. All right. See you on the next one.